Hey, Screaming Geek Media here. I am Jerry the Geek. This video we've got a 4K review of, and we are going to talk about The Abyss. A movie that's been at the top of my wish list for years. This never got a Blu-ray, so upgrading from DVD to 4K, major upgrade. We'll get to that. But, the movie came out in 1989. Definitely one of my favorite movies of all time. Great sci-fi. I've always loved it. It was always a long movie. It's about 2.5 hours. And then finally, I think it was in 1992, somewhere in that time frame, they actually put out a special edition, which added almost a half hour to it. But yeah, it has Ed Harris, Mary Elizabeth, I'm good at butchering names, Mastronatanio, I probably butchered that, sorry. Michael Biehn, and also directed by James Cameron. Yeah, this movie's been on everybody's wish list to come to 4K or even get that Blu-ray release, and we never got it. So glad to finally have it. Again, the movie, even as great as it was, there was just felt like something was, it was just, some of it didn't make sense, especially at the end. And it was just like the whole ending was cut out, the whole tidal wave scene. So when a special edition came out, as I was watching, I was like, this makes so much more sense. I mean, these aliens, they showed, it's like, we could have annihilated you, but we didn't. This is what we could have done. And because of one man risking his life, knew he was going to die to save everyone, we didn't destroy you. So I thought, that special edition makes so much more sense. And it's not just that. There's a lot to this movie they cut out. They don't go into big details here. But I know in my Laserdisc sets that you can check out an unboxing, and a pamphlet actually runs down every single scene. Everything that was added back in that was cut out. So yeah, the special edition runs almost 3 hours long. But you never really feel it. It's a nice flow to it. It's always going. Now, before diving into this, something else I want to talk about is changing of my review format just a little bit. I'm just kind of like tweaking it. And one of the things I want to tweak is screenshots. I know normally I spend a couple minutes, I throw up screenshots, showing off the 4K or if there's a comparison with a Blu-ray. And sometimes, I play music along with, with nothing else. And I mean, overall, I think maybe I might lose some of you when you might get bored just watching a couple minutes of screenshots. So I'm going to try changing that, kind of eliminate that part of it, and just start showing screenshots. And while I'm talking about the movie, about the presentation and comparisons, if I have any. So to try to keep, I don't want to bore you. I just kind of want to keep you interested as you're watching the review. So definitely, comment below. Let me know what you think, in the changes. If you like the new way of doing things, or if you like, watching a couple minutes of screenshots. Again, it's just over time, I look back at when I'm editing these, I'm like, are people enjoying these? So I don't really know. So I hope you do like the change. Again, comment below. Let me know what you think. Now, this 4K release comes from Disney, because this was under Fox. And of course, under Disney, and it's like we never thought we'd see this because Disney sucks. They don't want to release any back catalog, and because of being James Cameron, he's making millions of dollars for Disney because of avatars. They're like, oh wow, you want those movies in 4K? Yeah, we'll do it. It was originally filmed in 35 millimeter. Also had some 65 millimeter shots, some 16 millimeter shots. So it had a nice mixture there. But it's a finish here with HDR10 and Dolby Vision. And this, along with the other two, these Cameron titles are definitely getting a lot of critiques done. And, of course, a lot of it all stems from the Terminator 2 fiasco being one of the worst 4Ks out there. So all eyes are on these releases. Everybody's going through them with fine tooth and comb. I will give my opinions on these, honest opinions. I'm trying not to be overcritical, try not to overanalyze. But overall, this thing is freaking stunning. You know, my expectations were a lot, but also my expectations came down a little bit because I knew it was Cameron. I had a feeling, I was like, it could be botched, but overall, I would not say this is bad at all. This is incredible. Some great details throughout. Definitely the cool tones. I think that's a James Cameron thing. Across all three of his releases, the color tones seem a little cool. Again, I just think that's Cameron. But like again, great details. The hair is stubble. Just jumps off the screen. All the close-up shots, it just looks phenomenal. The colors are nicely saturated without being overdone. You know, lights inside the spaceship look phenomenal. Freaking awesome. Now, this was never on Blu-ray before. You know, this does come with a Blu-ray, but I didn't do a Blu-ray comparison because, you know, that's new. It's probably got the same transfer as this, so it's gonna look phenomenal. You know, this never came out in Blu-ray. You know, there's bootlegs out there. I'm sure a lot of you probably have a Blu-ray, so I can't compare that. But I will compare it with the DVD. And even though, you know, 4K is so far above DVD, you know, I watch a lot of DVDs in my collection still today. Some of them hold up pretty good today, but The Abyss is not one of them. And the DVD of The Abyss looks like dog shit. I cannot believe how bad it looks. I mean, here you can just see, if you look and compare it, it's just, oh my, I don't know how to describe it. It just looks like shit. And then you go to the 4K, and it's like freaking crazy. Everything's so freaking clear, you know. This is where you just want to throw the DVD freaking out the window. It sucks ass. So that's why you have to upgrade, because there's nothing else out there like it. I know I probably should have threw the Blu-ray in there just to see, but they're not selling the Blu-ray individually, so there's really no reason to tell you. You know, if they were selling it individually, you know, I probably would let you know, you know, do you want to buy the 4K or do you want to buy the Blu-ray? What's the difference? If you have this one DVD only, yeah, you've got to get the 4K. So that's my tidbit on the comparison. Now, as far as the audio here, it has a Dolby Atmos track, phenomenal track. I don't have Dolby Atmos, and so it's just down mixed to 5.0 for my system. So yeah, audio track here, great ambience, you know, echoes in some of the areas where it's nice and quiet here, the little things going on, clear dialogue throughout. Everything is well balanced, nice use of surrounds. Some of the scenes where it's very, very quiet, you'll hear, you know, the water dripping in different spots. And then toward the end, when Coffee's near the moon pool, and he's just sitting there with the chain hoist and then just slowly moving the chain. You don't hear anything else, some little water movement here and there in the chain. That is very well done. And of course, the music score done by Alan Silvestri. Phenomenal score here. He does a great job. So I have no flaws with the audio track whatsoever. Now for the packaging, we have a slip cover here. And of course, you'll see here, this is another prime example of Disney not giving a shit about physical media. I got this from Disney Movie Club, and the way they packaged it, they did not give a shit. You can see here the slipcover. Normally I don't care about slipcovers, I throw them away. But this is uncalled for. I mean, look at this thing. It's just like, this is crazy. It just pisses me off that Disney doesn't care. You know, regardless if I was going to keep this or not. And of course, I've heard about their stickers. The adhesive I heard is very high intensity glue that is a pain in the ass to get off. You know, other studios I know, I've never had an issue getting stickers off. Usually they come right off without damaging the cover. So yeah, shitty job. Another thing, and of course, you know, a standard keep case. I'm not a fan of this artwork. I think all three, well, actually, this and Aliens are the two I really don't like the artwork they use. It's It definitely screams Disney mainstream. It just looks bleh. You know, standard, you know, there. Also comes with the digital code. And I'm not going to share this because I might send these back. I did get a return mailer from Disney to send these back and replace them because of the covers. But the, you know, cases and disc are fine. And it's actually a 3-disc set. And again, another shitty thing of Disney, they stack the 2 discs over here instead of, you know, so you got to worry about possible scratching. We got the 4K, and you pop that off, and it's got the, you know, bonus disc behind. But another thing I didn't like about these, why did Disney use cool artwork for the Blu-rays and just crappy generic for 4K? And Disney, wake the fuck up. But of course, Sony's getting a hold of Disney now, so I guess we don't have to worry about that anymore, hopefully. Hopefully Sony does a better job in the future. So for bonus features here, you know, Blu-ray extra disc, you know, we got the deep dive, a conversation with James Cameron, which is, you know, new, actually did some new bonus features exclusively for these releases. Also has the Legacy of the Abyss, Under Pressure, Making of the Abyss, which that is an old archive bonus featurette from the back in the Laserdisc days. And very good bonus. I've always liked that because the shit they went through, how they made this movie, they were, the crew and cast were basically tortured making this movie. James Cameron was a general, but, you know, he pulled it off and he did it. Also, you know, other archive stuff, we have stills and video, shooting script, original treatment, storyboards. So there is a lot of stuff here to go through. Now, also with these releases, all 3 of these, I think, are BD100 disc. This does have a glitch, but only because it's my player. If you have a lower end 4K player, like I have the Sony X700, and something we've learned, I never knew about it until I saw, I think, Jeff over at Films at Home, you know, a year, 2 years ago, he did a big thing about 4K players and somehow some of them glitch. And basically with the BD100 disc, because they're triple layer, your cheaper models have issues with them. And mine does it, not all the time, but just sometimes. And, you know, sometimes I can put a disc in, it might glitch, and it might not. And the next time I put it in, it does the vice versa. So, I noticed that with, I think the Hobbit disc. The first time me and my wife watched those, they did not glitch at all. But when I went back to doing screenshots, they glitched, locked up. So it can glitch different ways. So definitely with BD100 disc, if you have a lower end player like the Sony X700, you might have issues. So it's not the disc, it's the players. Now the glitch in this, usually when the glitches are, it'll lock up and I have to sometimes reboot the player completely, power it down or unplug it and plug it back in, and it'll fix it. But this one glitches near the 2-hour and 28 mark when he gets into the spaceship and they separate the water and he takes the helmet off and he goes to heave up the water. Right there, it kind of jumped. It kind of glitched there. I'm like, what the hell? And I rewound it and I played it again. And this time I popped the info up on the screen and it glitched again. And it actually jumps forward 5 seconds. And then the rest of it played fine. It was just that one spot. That's what it did. So again, if it does that, if you got a lower end model, that's why it's doing it, because of the BD100 disc. Other than that, it played flawlessly, incredible. So to wrap it up on the Abyss from James Cameron on 4K, I would recommend getting this. I'm sure that most of the other reviews, a few of them I've seen, everybody has been saying good things about this. This is a must own. Like I said, I don't own the bootleg Blu-ray, so I don't know how that would compare. So if you've got the DVD, get this. You will not be disappointed. It has a special edition, also has a theatrical version if that's what you want. But I don't know why you would want the theatrical version because it just doesn't make sense. And just everything means so much more in a special edition. Another note to thing, if you put this in and let it autoplay, if you don't, you have a choice at the beginning, but if you put it in and go do something and can come back to it, it's going to be the autoplay and the theatrical, so you need to go back to the main menu and choose a special edition. So that kind of sucks, so just keep an eye out for that. Now, if you want to pick this up, it's hard to get. Right now, Amazon is not available. They're sold out. So I'm not sure when they're going to get more in. Now, Disney Movie Club last night I looked, they showed that I could still add it to the cart, so apparently they still have them. If you're not a member of the club, find someone that is. eBay you're going to be paying a lot for, so yeah, I'm not, because this is, the release of these have been a total fiasco, and if you follow any of their channels, I'm sure you've probably heard about it. Disney was not prepared for these releases at all. These are in such high demand, especially this one. It's a shame. Disney that just screwed the pooch when this release. Even though, I mean, it's a great release, it's just getting a hold of it's been a major pain in the ass. So if you haven't got it, good luck. I hope you can get this. It's a must own. So that pretty much does it for my look at the Abyss on 4K. Comment below, let me know what you think, if it's something you wanted to get, if you have not got this, or if you're still waiting for it. I've heard that some people that had pre-ordered are still waiting for theirs. So again, good luck. Check out my other videos on my channel, like, subscribe, turn your bell notifications on, and we'll see you soon. Geek out.